corrosion has not yet come to grips with the relatively fresh Chrysler LHS. Its insignificant centers can meet only on wheel arches. Be sure to take a closer look at the hood, which, due to a fairly strong forward tilt, is also generously treated with sand and stones flying out from under the wheels of the cars in front. Corrosion in other places indicates the accident past of a particular instance. Of course, LHS, as a representative of the automotive business class, is equipped at a fairly high level. Electric drives are attached to everything that is possible. In general, there is no hassle with the electrician, unless on instances on which drivers often changed and the seat drives were actively used. The electric motor may turn out to be inoperative, $45. Due to failures in the operation of the control program, problems with the air conditioning system are not ruled out. In some cases, it may be necessary to replace the control unit. In the tradition of the American automotive industry, the LHS was equipped with just one engine, a 3.5-liter V6 petrol. But structurally, this engine is much closer to European counterparts. The overhead camshaft, aluminum cylinder head, everything is pretty familiar. Even the timing belt uses a belt, not a chain. On copies of the first 2 years of production, plastic tension rollers were installed, which did not differ in particular endurance and served no longer than the belt itself, 60 to 70,000 kilometers. Later they were replaced by more durable metal ones. With cars manufactured before 1995, another nuisance happened, a fuel rail leak. The reason is all in the same plastic from which the guides for the injectors are made. Troubleshooting, replacing guides, will cost approximately $100. It is worth noting that LHS engines are designed for 92nd gasoline, but it is still better to use the 95th, otherwise an increase in fuel consumption cannot be avoided. In normal mode, in the city, the car consumes 14 to 15 liters of fuel. Chrysler LHS, according to the status, was completed exclusively with a 4-speed automatic. Its only drawback can be considered a frequent oil change every 20,000 kilometers, otherwise, he will behave in direct proportion to how the owner takes care of him. Of course, some pranks are not ruled out. On cars with a mileage of more than 200,000 kilometers, as a rule, the axle shaft seals wear out, which leads to oil leaks from the automatic transmission. The consequences are quite sad, especially in comparison with the low cost of oil seals, $10. It would be useful to check the tightness and performance of the machine cooling radiator. Due to irregular oil changes, the radiator cokes. And overheating may well sentence an automatic transmission for repairs, the cost of which is estimated at more than $100. It is also possible that the box control unit may malfunction, which can be eliminated by flashing. The LHS suspension is comfortable, but tuned very un-American and allows you to move quite actively. Front and rear suspension, independent. In general, they can be called quite reliable. As in most foreign cars, the stabilizer struts fail first of all, after 30 to 40,000 kilometers, $35. After 60,000 kilometers, the probability of replacing the lower arm is high. Note that ball bearings are only supplied complete with the lever. The price of the part is $110. Shock absorbers of cars manufactured before 1995, in our conditions, can withstand a mileage of 60 to 70,000 kilometers. However, their price is not too high, $65. The only problem with the rear multi-link suspension can be spring sag. Even banal silent blocks pressed into levers can last more than 200,000 kilometers. Power steering with rack and pinion will not particularly bother the owner. The only thing that can spoil the mood is the loss of tightness of the amplifier pipelines. Many do not pay attention to this and simply add the working fluid. But if this is not monitored, the booster pump will begin to swallow air, quickly fail, and have to be replaced, $270. There are practically no problems with the braking system. All that is needed is the replacement of the front, usually after 30,000 kilometers, and rear, 60 to 70,000 kilometers, pads. When buying, it does not interfere with checking the handbrake. Many owners simply do not use the parking brake, which leads to corrosion of the drive. As you can see, Chrysler LHS is close to many European competitors in terms of reliability and cost of maintenance. But in terms of comfort and representativeness, it is far ahead. It is equally appropriate as a business or family car. And if you do not chase cheapness and purchase original spare parts, the car can last a long time. True, the loss in value over time will be much more noticeable than with more popular cars. And you can find out how much LHS costs and choose the right option with the help of the Avto Baser Weekly.